Hey guys, welcome to the new video. I've actually lost count of the days that I'm documenting it, but it may be day 7 or 8 that I'm making another video of my JEE journey for 2026. And today I'm going to talk about the April shift 2026. Before I continue, to my every viewer who's watching or will be appearing for JEE or have appeared for JEE, be proud of yourself. It's not an easy exam and it takes balls, man. It actually takes balls to appear in it. But apart from saying that, today I'll be discussing about the April shift 2026. See, after I analyzed papers of 5 shifts, I came across, few such points that I'll like to let you know about. If you are going to give your exams in 2-3 days or are 2027 2026 aspirants or any dropper, this video might be for you or it may not be. But yes, I'll be presenting my views. In before I start, all I want to say is NTA as always is unpredictable. you know in this shift of paper, the weightage of every topics is very very unpredictable. It would require a very very good teacher in order to let you know that which portion is important, which is not, because NTA have showed that each and every shit is important. Can you imagine? You're telling a class 11 student that in those 2 years whatever you have studied, everything will come. It's not that, right? Some portion should have this much weightage, this some should have this much. It should be complementary to one another, but no, it's plain. Every single topic has the same, same or some same of the same weightage. Now let's talk about 11 12, which is more weightage, which is not. I'll say class 12 is a bit more given weightage by NTA. In this April shift, I have seen the trend that 65 to 68% of the paper is class 12 and the rest 31, 32, 35% is class 11. So it gives us a clear, result that NTA, usually gives more preference to class 12, and even this year they have given more preference to class 12. But it's not it. Let's talk about, I have these notes. I've made those notes about what is coming, what's not, so I'll be talking here about it. Let's talk about chemistry first. As always, not always, but this time chemistry is tricky. From scale 1 to 10, I'll rate chemistry tricky as 7 to 8, which is high. So next will be the weightage. See, usually not people, me as well. Usually most students are, that scared about organic chemistry and less scared about, physical, because physical or inorganic, because mug up things, right? You need to know some formulas and all this shit. But this time, usually people are scared about organic, but this time more weightage was given to physical chemistry. Can you imagine? See, if if a chemistry contains 25 questions, easily 16 17 questions were of physical. Out of the 3 shift till now, means morning, evening counted, it will be total 6. Out of those 6, 4 shift. Can you imagine? 4 of the shift has more physical chemistry questions, which is insane, man. My God, bro. 4 shift, which shows us that physical chemistry is important equally. So people who imagine that physical chemistry is going to be easy, so they give more importance to organic, they are regretting it right now. Apart from that, organic as always high level. There are from out of these 6 shifts, in 3 or 2 of them, they have advanced level organic question, which is not at all necessary for a JEE mains exam test, which is really, really unfair from my view. Also, in some shift, organic is a lot. See, I told that 4 shift has more physical, but out of the other 2, they have more organic. So as always, as I said earlier, NTA is unpredictable. You can never predict the pattern of the paper. Second will be some high weightage chapter that I noticed will be physical chemistry chapters, mainly of class 12. Other chapters like coordination compounds. Out of those 6 shifts, 5 of them has coordination compounds, usually 2 or 1 question. So if you're thinking, don't skip this chapter. It's an important one. Also, I have a blunder. This time, topics which are usually left behind by us, from that topics itself, questions have appeared. Usually we tend to ignore topics like titration, but this time, can you imagine? Why? Can you imagine 6 to 7 questions of titration have appeared in all the shift, total combined titration. That topic, can you imagine? NTA is unpredictable, my guys. So what my suggestion is, study everything, each and every topic, don't skip anything. I'll suggest that give priorities, but don't skip anything. Study. Also, here are some blunders of NTA this time. Out of syllabus question 2. Polymers, we don't study that. Maybe our ancestors did, but we don't. But from that questions came. Another ancestor level question was from period 7. Bro, do we even study that? No, we don't, right? Then why? NTA, why? Apart from that, that's about chemistry, I guess. Next comes to physics. This time physics was doable, as always. It is doable. Wait, before I begin, most of the students that I have watched the reviews, average is 14 to 18 questions in chemistry, which is good. Also, coming back to physics, this time questions were formulae based. Like 80% of physics in some shift are complete formula. So if you know 80% of the syllabus and 80% of every formulas, you will easily secure 99 percentile. It's this easy. This easy. But apart from that, conceptual questions did came as well. In some shift, unlucky ones they got conceptual based. And yes, I'll say that paper was evenly spread out in physics. Good portions came from 11th, good portion came from 12 as well. Good, each chapter got a chance to be presented as a form of question. So people attempted 20 questions approx in physics. Apart from that, now let's come to maths. The most scariest subject is maths for most of us, for me as well. But this time NT has proved that they will not work in their traditional way. They will do something different. So this time maths was doable. 8 to 10 questions easily was doable by the students. People could easily, if their concept was good, if they have at least read the chapter once, did at least 30 questions, they are easily able to solve 8 to 10 questions, which was good. And each shift had 6 to 7 formula based question. Chapters like binomial, conic section, calculus, vector 3D, matrix, PNC had and probability had repeated questions in every single shift. So if you're looking at it, do make sure to study this chapter pretty well. That's what I was talking about was maths. Chapters, specific chapters had 60 to 50% of the entire math syllabus. Maths paper was comprised of approximately 10 chapters, which had high amount of weightage. So if you are planning to at least be good at maths, at least want to solve 10 questions, please don't ignore these chapters. Also, what I've looked is most of the students, what they did was they gave more importance to chemistry and physics. You know, 1 hour, both in chemistry and physics, but this time both were a blunder. It was tough, lengthy, and tricky. But this time, maths was doable, formula based. See, maths is meant to be tough. Of course, it will be tough, but it does not mean that you will not be able to do any question. But this time, you are able to. So, what I'm trying to do is give importance to maths as well. Don't leave it behind. As a 2026 JE aspirant myself, I'll try my best to give more and more attention to maths as well as chemistry and physics. So don't follow that trend. I'll do first chemistry, physics, then maths. Try to first look at the composition of the question. You know, have a clear mindset that if maths will be easy, if I find questions of maths easy, I'll start maths first as my starting subject. So yes, overall, this was the complete review. It, if I have to explain it in a shorter form, MDA is unpredictable. You cannot easily find out or figure out what will come, what will not, but you can surely do something, which is to not leave any chapter. My suggestion is study everything, each and every one, not in a detailed manner, but do study it. In that way, you will have a higher set of advantage to those which have given 3 chapters more weightage, but others not. Instead, you be the person who gives 10 chapters equal amount of weightage and prioritize 2 to 3 others as well. So, overall, good luck, study well, and remember, JEE is not the end. If you cleared it, well enough. If you did not, welcome, it's life. Thank you, and I hope I was able to provide you some information. And if it helped, do make sure to subscribe. And yes,